What's going on, y'all? Figure most of us are home, right? Hope everybody's well. Give it a few minutes, see who comes in. Yep. Hope y'all good, though. Just shoot this shit. See if anything's going on. Hi, Zizi. How are you? Hope you're healthy with everything that's going on. Everything's really chill, actually. Like, people are adhering. My city's shut down. So that really is an inconvenience, but everybody's abiding. So nothing too crazy. I've never seen the city look like this. Ever. Like, ever in my life. How's everything where you are? Where all y'all are at? How whomever came into the room? You know, I've been trying to figure out if it was appropriate to do a reading. Hi, Kayla. Or not, you know, like, I was trying to figure out, should we distract ourselves? Like, Spirit's like, do a reading, do a reading. Yes, I'm well. I hope you're well, too. You know, mainly what I've been up to is, you know, doing what any good light worker should be doing during this activity. Trying to calm the energies around me and sending out good healing Reiki type energy out into the world at large. No, I mean, I've never not seen water on a grocery store shelf before. That was pretty unique of an experience, to be real. Like, I've literally never seen that before. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm gonna see who else comes in. Plus, chit chat. We ain't got shit to do, right? I mean, how fortunate are you all if your job was considered imminent? I know that I got the memo. Couldn't even go into my workspace. It was like, no, we're shutting it all down. Be good humans. Stay home. Talking about 2 to 3 weeks. That's the bullshit I can't deal with. I'm like, 2 to 3 weeks. 2 weeks is good. I can do 2 weeks. Nice rest, right? R&R. Rest and recovery. I hope everybody's using this time to get their spring cleaning on. I mean, but it's going to get to a point, it's like, how much more organized can you be? How much can you purge? Like, really? How much? So there's that. Wow, I believe it. You're moving, Kayla? Where are you going, if you don't mind? Exactly. I mean, for most of us, the timing's okay because it really does coincide with that urge for spring cleaning. But you know, it does run its course. I know. We should all be getting in our, you know, the reading. Any sort of books, articles, newspapers, anything we've been meaning to get caught up on and never seem to find the time. Now would be a perfect opportunity, you know. All of us who never seem to make enough time to meditate. Great opportunity to get in alignment health-wise and spiritual health-wise, you know what I mean? I mean, I heard so much shit from so many different people across the networks that what I was initially leaning towards is like, you know, some things you want to say, some things you don't want to say. I kind of feel like we've all seen this, depending on how old you are and, you know, how much you recall from those time frames. This is a page out the Republican playbook. It really is. You know, it's like whenever there's a chance that their candidate won't make another term, amazingly some crazy crisis pops up and they come in like a savior and oh, look how great they are, look how wonderful they are. Okay, good shit. Yeah, make it, you know, make life more convenient, make it work for you, Kayla. I like that. Because, boy, what do y'all think on what's going on? I mean, for me, the first red flag was people catching this shit and who had never had any interactions with folks. You know what I mean? Small lot communities. Didn't make sense. The world, look at that. It is a global issue. We'll see what else. Three of Swords. Yeah, the world is in pain. We know that. Big time. Could be an end to all of that as well. Looking back. Interesting. Looking back at a time. Look at that. When things were different. Supposedly better. Almost like a time capsule. See it? Like both a terrarium and a time capsule. There's the star, man. I can't imagine what y'all are going through. I really can't. I mean, I've seen pop-up testing stations. It really is like, I know another reader had mentioned the term medical martial law, and that's really what this feels like, you know? The way things are shut down. Even with the whole, I mean, everything that's happened, I literally was calling before the president made announcements. I'm like, what about taxes? Okay, we're going to do this. What about, like, literally every single thing. Either I'm in Donald Trump's head or this shit is easily scripted. So, I kind of think it's easily scripted. Because I've seen this when George H.W. Bush was in office, when W was in office. Not H, but W, George W. Bush. Excuse me. Right. Mm. Mm. Boy, I tell you. I do. I mean, I know how this looks to everybody at large, but I feel like they pulling the wool over our eyes. I do. And then I saw the strangest thing, and then I heard it. Donald Trump has been campaigning, dropping hints for 2024 because how the impeachment went. And because of that, it voids his first term, so he's legally allowed to run for a third. Yeah, I know. Right? I don't really care what your opinion is of the man. I'm just letting you know what's going on. So I pulled these individually, and we'll look at them individually. And then these cards came out together. And then looking at me on the bottom is the High Priestess. Yeah. Look, you know you've been lied to. High Priestess, Seven of Swords. Yeah. Oh, man. They sitting back there kikiing at us, y'all. I tend to believe what, and feel, what's her name? Fame versus Sacrifice, So Madame, she had made mention about this being linked to 5G, and I kind of believe that because I remember before the launch, there were a lot of doctors really protesting this. A lot of scientists the world over, they had delayed the launch of this network for over a year because what they saw, what was happening to the human body as a result of it. And then I was watching the Situation Room on CNN, and then this guy got on, and he said something about, oh, if you have symptoms, manifest, and He started dropping interesting buzzwords, like a psychosomatic sort of thing. The reason why they keep hammering this flatten the curve and, pandemic word. And, the president and vice president can't seem to make up their fucking minds on whether or not it's an epidemic or a pandemic. Is it an epidemic or a pandemic? One is fear, one is a real problem. And when you see runs on grocery stores and whatnot, that's what that is. That's the pandemic effect. Just saying, that's not really the epidemiology of the situation. Hold on, let me read what y'all saying. That usually means good shit though, ZZ, from what I was told. That's funny. I mean, I have noticed my eye jumping, but damn, it's funny. I don't know. It happens so frequently that it's just one of those things I just kind of go, oh, okay, whatever. Interesting. Excuse me. And what are y'all making up of the dream situation? Are y'all getting extra intense dreams? I know here some states have imposed curfews and things like that. It's like non-essential vehicles on the road after 8 p.m. And, it made me think, like, why, what don't they want people to see on the roads? Like, I know my area, just getting out for some sun and stretching my legs, a lot of the construction is going up real fast right now because there's no interference, there's no traffic, no nothing. Shit's just moving. It just seems real odd, and it makes me think about those moments at the beginning of his campaign where he had those meetings with, all the union guys, and he promised he was going to take care of them. It's just a lot of things when you put the pieces together to just like, and because I looked, yeah, they laughing all the way to the bank. It's a hoax. It really is. Even with the market, it's like our government in the U.S. has a funny way of, telling you up front what they're going to do. They advertise it many, many months in advance, sometimes years in advance. And then this shit happens, and people are like, oh, well, what happened? People are taking this whole social distancing. That, to me, is by far the strangest thing I've experienced. People are treating each other like they're lepers. And then, if you're like me, you're just kind of kikiing about, like, oh, happy social distancing, trying to make light of a really strange situation. That's cute, though. I like that. A Gucci rabbit? I think they do have a rabbit on one of their product lines. And they have a bunch of animals. Maybe they do have a rabbit. Maybe somebody's going to bestow you a Gucci wallet. Maybe you're going to find one. And if you find one, the wallet's worth a grip, and then whatever's inside is worth whatever. I'm just saying. I didn't know wallets was such big business. Shit. That's funny. I had animals in my dream, too. They were so fucking cute. Oh, they were so cute. I love when the cuteness of a dream perforates your reality. Mm. And look, all this shit's got them messing with the elections. Like, man, I said it from the jump. This feel like a strange coup. Some weird takeover they pulling. Like, even the markets, they kept saying, oh, the market's too high. There has to be a correction. It's never been this high in history. And It's like, what the fuck? How is that a bad thing? Because money's inflated. And now they about to print $1.9 trillion, giving stimulus money to people who probably wouldn't even earn that shit to begin with. You think them fast food workers is really bringing home $1,000? I'm not even throwing shade, but it's true. I just want y'all to realize what's getting ready to happen. They about to print more worthless money. You literally just saw the price, the cost of living increase in stores this past month and a half. It's only going to get worse. Like I was saying the other week that we need a little dose of Reaganomics. Now, a lot of y'all may not be old enough to remember what the country was like. Reagan economic platform re-solidified the middle class, which is the disappearing market, which is like the stabilizing factor in the U.S. No middle class, it's just haves and have-nots. But if people keep doing what they've been doing, it won't help. Oh, man. All this was... Oh, anybody else think about how this was, how this looks like a game of chess? It's like on one end you have people making moves, and then there's a counter. Then there's a move, and then there's a counter. It's like every time things start to look real bad for the president, he all of a sudden finds a way to correct it. Y'all get what I'm saying? Okay, the market's doing as bad as it's ever done. Okay, so we can fix that. Oh, what about people who don't have access to medical? Oh, we can fix that. Like, he has more solutions than he has problems. That's why I said it sounds like a strange coup. Like, he's just, I don't believe he's really dealing with any of it the way people think he is. They want him out that fucking bad. That's really what I feel. That they're willing to do just about anything. A gray bunny? Neutrality. I see that as a very good omen, ZZ. Yeah, the world is crazy, but at the same time, I think people, for the most part, are reacting the right way. Did y'all see the footage of the tenor in Italy serenading people? You know, and then a later date, the people of Florence coming outside and applauding their medical people and their, paramedics and doctors and nurses. It really was a beautiful sight. In some instances, people are doing everything they can. And then there were 3 artists from the Metropolitan Opera House who put on an hour long dance choreography live stream. Keeping people, and I think 6,000 people tuned in. There are people in positions of celebrity, if you will, using this time to keep people happily distracted, keeping the tensions down. Even the news anchors have, given people little ideas and things like that. Like, I did a lot of yard work today and got some early plantings in and inspired a bunch of my neighbors, like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. You know what I mean? Like, it just depends. You gotta look for the good. You're gonna see the nut shit everywhere. You just will. It's just heartbreaking, the death toll of this shit. And it doesn't, I mean, it really don't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. For something that's been around for over 30 years. And it has. It's actually been around for nearly 40 years. They've had knowledge of this shit. Yeah, and even John Legend did a serenade from his living room, even though his wife Chrissy Teigen did not look happy. I will say that shit. She looked at him like, why are you singing again? Like, can't you do this in your studio? It was so funny, but it was early. But, Lots of people are being good sports about what's going on, and that's the right move. Um, Even I heard that there were places doing just special hours for senior citizens so they can go out and get their shit. You do see kindness happening. I know volunteers are low, and people are scared, and I don't think fear is the right thing, because fear compromises your immune system. It stresses you out. It makes you much more susceptible to ailments. Yeah, but see, I don't know. They gonna have to show me a slide with what this virus looks like under a microscope. It's hard for me to just just believe this crap. But I did have an interesting thought on how it did happen. Right, I know here in Philly, there's a lot of places, as quiet as it's kept, restaurant, markets, whatever. They keep house cats, and are they get them checked out and things about a vet. But I think you see it a lot in Asian stores too. It's a house cat, keeps the mice down. But I was thinking about the whole how it started at the fish market thing. I was like, well, they probably got house cats, but who's to say that they keep up on the veterinary work, their shots and things like that. And I looked up this virus, and it was commonly found amongst cats, dogs, and bats. So I'm like, how does it get to a open air fish market? All right, so it sounds like a house cat or something like that was walking around, probably nibbled on some, put their paws someplace they shouldn't have. Bob's your uncle. Now we have a massive cross contamination issue. It's just really weird, the whole thing. It's just really, really weird, the whole thing. I mean, I do see better days coming, but I see a return to a time, to a way that was much more productive in this country. Just by looking at the cards. I'm looking at the way they came out, right? World, Three of Swords, Eight of Cups, and then the Starman. It's like somebody's looking to emerge the hero, the quote-unquote savior in this situation. You know, Trump's biggest fear is a lack of popularity. He just wants people to say he's doing a good job. And really, again, like I just said, Six of Swords, Six of Cups, Queen of Wands. Every time they think they got this man out, think he gonna quietly go, he finds a way to reemerge. Surprise! Here I am. Every time. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but I really see the DNC is behind this. I'm just speculating though. No, they've given extensions. I mean, they've made this bullshit work for everybody. I've been preaching bread and circus for a while, because that's what it feels like. People are distracted and this and that. It's amazing how they convince restaurants to do takeout and things like that. They probably never even did that shit. Sit down restaurants, and everybody's on board. Everybody, their needs are being met, so they're not questioning what's going on the way they should be. See what I mean? Bread and circus. When your basic needs are met, you don't rock the boat. Anyway, it's yucky. Always seems to have another ace up their sleeve. Another way. Is a fixer. See the sunflower? This is a fixer. This is when you... Yeah, I know. Everything, look. They even got hotlines to report price gouging and shit. When, in some ways, I'm excited to see a return to a moral compass. And in other ways, I'm like, what is going on? You know, just speaking from a scripture standpoint, whenever they talk about peace, you better suspect, you know, be on the lookout for war. I've just never experienced anything like this, y'all, ever. Look at this shit. Seven of Cups. Emperor. There's the free leader, right? Prince of Swords. Which is the Knight of Swords in this deck. Look in the back if it'll clear up. Oh gosh, come on. Clear. That's the one thing about the live. It doesn't give you the same clarity. See in the back? The savior figure emerging through all this. It's an illusion. It really is. It's all smoke and mirrors. Seven of Cups, Emperor, Prince of Swords. It's staging. Hurricane season water was 75 for a case. What does that mean? Those little pouches? The little yellow emergency pouches? There's some really interesting people behind all this. It's a hidden hand feeding him all sorts of information. What? No, a case of 24 bottles of water. For how many ounces? Are we talking quarts, gallons? Like what? Y'all, they lying. You know they lying. You know they lying. Helicopters over my damn whatever. Wow, that's price gouging. That's one of them things you take a picture of and you report it. Because that's ridiculous. I don't know if they have that. I don't think it was a national hotline. I think it was. Matter of fact, it might have, because the guy speaking was next to the president. That's ridiculous. Why would you even want to do that to your fellow person? Like, that's the worst thing possible. I tell you, more than anything, instead of bottled water, people should be buying rainwater catchment systems and a filtration system to be able to clean that water. And, you know, there's filtration and then there's purification. I recommend both. Once you can purify the water and make it potable, then you want to definitely, I recommend a reverse osmosis system. But they have some pretty good pitcher systems out there too that give you some delicious ass water. Like, it's not Brita and it's not pure. Oh no, that's a worldwide joke, actually, Kayla. Like, I've been getting memes from people in the UK talking about, why don't you guys just do the Muslim method and get yourself a bucket of water and a rag and wash your butt? Like, it was really funny, but the sister was correct. She called it a baddie. Wash your batty. I was like, okay, and this is why Brits and Americans have a hard time talking. I'm like, we both supposedly speak English, but how is baddie a butt? Yeah. And it's just funny because even the news was like, y'all bought more toilet paper than you bought food. You gonna run out of food to eat well before you need all that toilet paper to wipe, your butt with. Nah, but that, to me, what that is, it's a wartime reflex. Something your parents and your grandparents instilled in you about not running out of TP. Because look, when you can't go to the store like that, there's no worse feeling. And if everybody's home, you got to think. Not everybody living with just one person, two people. Some people got a whole house full of butts. But, no, it wasn't just Canada. It was worldwide. It was really weird, but not unexpected. And I tell you where I'm at, there's two types of people. Those who are prepared and those who are not. Oh, excuse me, three types of people. And the third type are those who have lived through hard times and none of this shit is bothering them and life is going on as usual. You see that in the quote-unquote, I don't want to say poorer part of towns, no. I'm going to say the more colorful parts of town. Because if you've always had to make do, no matter what was going on around you, none of this is bothering you. What is the most surprising is the run on the mask. Like, really. When the first thing people should have did was buy a box of fucking Kleenex and keep them with them. Because I tell you, people's public hygiene is terrible. People cough, they don't cover, they sneeze, and it's the worst. You can see it in their children. Because if the kids aren't taught, then the parents don't practice that. And so to me, I mean, and then you start seeing those lessons come out. Cover your mouth, use sanitizer. Oh, and then the sellout online of sanitizer. Bath and Body Works, they may have restocked, but the world emptied them of their whole back order of hand sanitizers. That's a lot of fucking hand sanitizer. And all the misinformation about what kills what and what strength. It sounds like that the grocery stores and the markets needed a way of clearing their inventory because people don't participate in the can sales anymore. And so all of this just helps everybody. It stimulates weaker parts of the economy. Exactly, Caitlin. Look, because if you ain't never had none, you ain't freaking out about none of this shit. You be like, whatever. Just saying. We react the way any first world nation reacts. To me, it just proves how privileged we are, no matter what your economic level is technically. You from a first world nation. I know here in the U.S. they were supposed to cut food stamps in April. They're not doing that no more. There's a lot of entitlement programs that was going to be shifted come next month. And this shit coming at the right time. All this money's coming out of nowhere. Yeah, sound about right. Sounds about right. Wow. Let me pick these up. I'll draw some more. Whew. And it's funny, I don't normally get it when I look at this card, but I get such a Soviet vibe when I look at the world card here. Look. It's the way the snake's curled around her and she's holding a grain and it's spewing out. I just do. I feel like if you examine history, you'll see this in the playbook. This shit has happened before. I mean, people like to think that Roosevelt was like the greatest president ever. And honestly, he's part of the reason why the country's fucked up right now. Removed us from the gold standard. Brought in what, Social Security and shit. People was capable of saving money before the banks got involved and they had all their savings and shit in the bank and they fucked them. It wasn't people. People knew what to do. It's the minute the government said, hey, let me help you. Let me tell you what we know how to do it better. People better pay attention. And the fuckers whose face should go up there don't. They should take Roosevelt down and put Eisenhower up there. What else you want us to know, Spirit? Princess of Cups. Small token of affection, of love. Here, take these crumbs. Take these crumbs, High Priestess. Bitch, I knew you was coming out. Like, you was just staring at me too hard. Look at that shit. Look at this shit. Make strange bedfellows. Ten of Swords. The betrayal. Five of Pentacles. Y'all, this shit don't look good. It don't feel good. And I was trying real hard to stay away from it. But, you know, when your senses are telling you one thing. And even right now, I'm not even going to front like I'm 100% comfortable even talking about this shit so openly because of everything that's going on. But fuck it. This is how I feel. This is what my intuition's telling me. This is what my guides are telling me. Everything feels like just messed up. Wait, what was he? This is why our tarot people saying shopping and owning nice things are controlling us, including makeup. One tarot reader said that God slaved her to believe in him or anything of him. Can you rephrase that last part? I don't think I'm comprehending that. Is it saved or slaved? I mean, material things can distract people at times. I mean, think about where we are. I always tell people, clothes, no. My scripture says I can have all the nice clothes I want. I mean, it's personal. Shopping is a distraction, though, for a lot of people. Because it makes them feel good. They're not actually working on their issues. I don't see why you can't have nice things. I think that's silly. I mean, I don't know which holy books y'all reading, but, you know, there were lots of kings and queens and people who were wealthy in many different ways. If you have a successful business, there's benefits that come with it. Just saying. Slaved her. Wow. To believe in him or anything of him. I don't know. I think she got a different God. That's all I can really say about that. Because the Creator gave you free will. And so that's kind of contradictory to the very nature of it. So I'm not to dismiss somebody's belief system because that's not what I want to do. But I don't see that as true. I think whatever this person's going through from what you're saying is very much a part of their walk and journey, and that they'll come through it with the lessons they're supposed to be had and learned. Right. Exactly. I don't think we should put all our our love and adoration in material things, because that's not the way. What makes a person wealthy is really the fullness of the people in their life. It's not what you own. That's just another byproduct of how hard you work. I think most people believe in God, or at least a higher power. You know, I didn't always believe in the Divine Mother the way I do now. I had an inclination that she was there. Even through the studies through Christianity, I didn't make the connection as soon as I would have liked to. But I did. I did. That's, breaking down Elohim and things like that. Understanding that there has to be both because I see both here. you know. Like, that's a whole different concept. Like, I just think people have to mature and keep expanding their horizons. It's like, I've always been very fascinated by Hinduism, but primarily because they see it as a monotheistic religion. And I've always like, how do you bring that together with the whole pantheon that y'all got, but monotheistic? But the more I looked into it, the more it made sense. So I totally get it. Exactly. If you've been blessed enough to have visions and visitations, and I think it would be against your own better judgment to dismiss the things you've been blessed to receive. It's not for everybody. It's really not. It's here again, y'all. I know they tried to deliver this message with, excuse me, love and compassion, but that's really not what this is. Again, you see the worshipers in the background. This guy just really wants to be up on top. Said, get rid of your Gucci's and Louis Vuittons. Why? Why would you? Whatever. I'd be like, boop, I didn't pay full price for these. I'm not getting rid of shit. It's like, let me quit playing. It really is going to come out, though. High priestess ain't known for talking. Slowly over time, this facade's going to come down. This farce. Because at least with the president, he really has like a dualistic nature, and his pride won't allow him not to get his props. Oh, exactly. Like, why would I? That's a blessing in itself. Why would I get rid of some shit just because it offends you? I'd be like, does it offend God? If it offends God, no problem. I sure will. But I don't think God has a problem with me liking Manolos or Gucci or whatever. I mean, please, although I do love a good discount. Wow. Wow. I knew it, though. I knew it. Shit. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. This is crazy, though. Hi to whomever came in. Oh, that's what I get. Oh, I know, but that's a spiritual message. I got the same memo, though, Z. That came down from on top. The energy is serious and it pulls a lot. There we go. But no, I don't think that's not a one that message came across. It really did. That's funny. A lot of people have been undervaluing themselves and the services they offer. And Spirit wants people to raise their prices. That way, people aren't overly reliant on tarot, one. And two, people need to get what they're worth. And what it just that simple. They need to get what they're worth and what Spirit wants them to have. And it brings down the number of people using tarot to make daily decisions and giving away too much personal power. That's where that comes from. Oh yeah, when I come back down to Orlando, we're gonna do the flea market. Hmm. I'll tell you one thing, that's the biggest bullshit I've ever seen with this whole thing. Um The airports is just empty. I can't believe the prices that I'm seeing on flights, but it's like, damn, to buy a ticket and not know when I'm going to be able to take a trip. I've never been in that position before. Like, for real. Who's ever done that? That's a bit excessive. I have seen some people who've been doing tarot for like over 20 years. Their prices are pretty fucking high. Like, seriously fucking high. And I'm sure they're worth it, but I think what they're marketing to is a higher end person. They up there with the Sylvia Browns. I don't know what she was charging, but I would think by the end of her life, she was charging a pretty hefty penny for her services rendered. But who knows? That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, God bless them for, and hopefully they'll find the people who can indulge in those prices. Like, truly. No hate. Appreciate. But no, that's just, again, to me, another type of price gouging. But who's to say they're not worth it? I don't know. I don't know. I can't put a price on another person's services. It's not for me. Hey, y'all who tuned in. Earlier, I pulled some cards about, all the crap that was going on. Just some basic messages. Actually, I was just checking to see what my, how in alignment me and my intuition was working. And so far, spot fucking on. So that was good. Let's see. Holy Spirit, are there any messages? No matter what the subject. Need to come out. Ooh. Lovers, 7 of Earth. The twins. Taurus. Sag. I keep holding on. Whoa. I keep holding on. Okay. And then look, there's the Temperance. I know it was... Ooh. There's the Emperor. I knew that. Which one of y'all dealing with the Sage? Shit's all over out here. What is this? Those came together. Separate. ZZ, I could feel the fact that you really were offended when you saw those prices for them readers. That shit's funny. Yeah, I don't think that's odd, actually. I think the post retrograde energy can be intense, more intense for some than it was for during the actual 18-day span. The shadow, because the shadow to me is whatever you were thinking about but you were trying to dismiss. Those energies tend to matriculate to the surface. Wait, is that the right word? No. Seep to the surface. It's not a better word, but at least it's the correct word. Than others. Yeah, somebody's got a, yeah. Somebody's twin is still holding on. Just by the song. I mean, shit. It's a masterpiece. Whatever they're working on, it's a literal masterpiece. I feel like it's music. Could be art, but I feel like it's music. Like they're a composer. Oh wow. Okay. Mm. I feel like this association goes back to college. Hmm. Thank you, Boop. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, okay, so this person I'm picking up on, it's so funny because everybody's watching each other from a distance right now, right? That's funny. Ha 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 ha. Not funny. Um, right. It's painful for this person to keep their distance. I'm getting that too. Huh. Mm, what's that song from like a couple summers ago? Um, I want to know if you, oh, if you notice me, if you notice me. Want to know who you've been chatting, tweeting. Yeah, but mm-hmm. I don't know if you Muslim, whoever this is, but you like wear scarves, head covering, something like that. Could just be fashionable. Hmm. I just feel like whenever this person's even around you, you don't notice it. Like, there's something preventing you. Like, I call it the veil, whether it's your hair being down or whatever, but you don't see this person. Hmm. Show me the money! Sorry, let me stop with my Jerry Maguire. You funny. Yeah. Prosperity's abound. You read a lot. Or your head's down reading something a lot. I tend to think that's a phone more than anything. I feel like this person, if there's a man in your energy or um, you're out with a dude, I don't think this is like, this dude want to fuck, alright? How about that? Real simple. The person you're seen with, it's very clear that this person's attracted to you in some way, shape, or form. Like, that you just got this person's manhood in your hands. Like, yeah, you got a puppy following you. Right. And it's real obvious this puppy is whipped or he want to be whipped, but this person follows you around to do whatever you say. Like, this is, yeah. I think they're getting the wrong impression about the connection between you and the puppy. They think you and the puppy in a relationship, so you might have to distance yourself from the fucking puppy. Mm, mm, mm. People mistake a lighthearted energy for more. I mean, who's to say you wasn't even involved with the puppy before on a deeper level? But there's still some sort of chemistry that's being misread. hmm You got somebody here who has too much zeal and another person not enough. Who says I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit? Wasn't that Diana Ross? That's this person in the background. They are artists and they sensitive about their shit. Mm. I think it's obvious though that you're not having sex with the puppy though. There's this purity thing that keeps coming through. This chasteness. I guess because the puppy, they come across too thirsty. That you couldn't be, I don't know. Maybe because men tend to, I don't want to say back off, but like, there's this conquer sort of energy. And so once they conquer things, the intensity may not be there as much in some. And in others, they get a taste and the next thing you know, they like, sausages? Scooby snacks? Somebody say Scooby snacks? Right. But it feels like there's two masculine energies in the background. One is observing you and this other person, and the person in the background doesn't see if there is any sex, is limited. Like on a man to man read, mm mm mm. Feel like somebody's being tamed. See how she got his man down like that, like he's being tamed. Hmm. It's funny, Z, you was talking about how you're getting more people hit you up now, and I see that here. Feel like somebody's about to make a last stand. Like enough time has passed. Like they've waited enough. They waited. I just keep getting they've waited enough. I don't think they've not made their presence known. I think it wasn't bold. It didn't get your attention. So, mm, mm-mm. This person could even be a photographer. I mean, I'm getting artists. I mean, but come on, ladies. How many times a photographer said, yo, let me take your picture? I mean, most women have been photographed numerous times. Especially, anyway. Mm, The female energy, the feminine energy is very, very spiritual. That's why it feels like this puppy's being tamed, because the spiritual energy is not flesh anymore. It doesn't crave flesh like that. I feel like the flesh has died for this person. And so in order to stimulate, I mean, look, she's reading. She's getting aroused by reading. It requires something more. But I feel like there's someone trying to push through, make a last stand. Like with this Nine of Wands here next to this Temperance, it's like one last try to fix this, to balance this scenario, to get things where they need to be. It's double Sagittarian energy, Sag Moon, and then straight up just Sagittarian energy. So there is someone like really wanting, like, hey, let me have your attention. But they, like I said, all these cards came out separately. And so even with the Temperance card, I feel like the feminine energy, she has her mind set to something particular. I don't believe it's even a specific person. Because see, the veil's down, and the masculine energy, it's smaller. It's a concept, it's a notion, it's a feeling, it's a sentiment. I know what I want in a relationship, right? And that's what the feminine energy is focused on. I'm getting the name AJ or Ayana or something like that. I feel like both these men know this person in very different ways. Very different ways. I don't want to get into that. That seems so sweet and personal. I'm not going to do that. There is one who sees you correctly, and there's another one that sees you as something to be conquered. You know who's who. That you funny as shit. Wow, okay. I bet you did almost kill him though. Shit. Look what you was doing. Nah, what do they call that? Tiger, you know. What do you call it? I don't. Like, what is it, dead? Like, excuse me. Sorry, I was just looking at the numbers real quick. I'm like, wait. Things were coming out in order. I'm like, oh, okay. 44 and 66 are the only two repeating numbers that I see. I feel like one of these people will really emotionally overwhelm you. I mean, look at the Five of Cups. Hey, Janidra. Oh, I miss you too, honey. Oh, this and that. We shooting this shit, chit-chatting about coronavirus. Now we just, doing messages from spirit for those who need them. Yep. I feel like one of these people really emotionally overwhelm you. And all you want to do is really just get some space, like, really. I feel like the one that emotionally overwhelms you, I think y'all have been intimate. I think this person is really obsessed with your sex. I mean, look, she's nearly drowning. Look, she's definitely over her head. He's not looking at her face. He's not seeing her distress. He cares nothing for her distress. He's only fixated on her twat. You do see that, right? Look at the crazy eyes. She's like, hands like, hey, this is why this person, I believe it's this one, the one that needs to be tamed, the puppy. I said there are two energies here. There's a puppy and there's someone else in the background. Right. The scars above the male's knees are coming out. I don't know if this masculine energy, the one that's really obsessed with your sex, has had knee replacement, but this, or even could even have prosthetics or something like that. But no, there's heavy scarring on their legs, upper quad, right around the knee on the other leg. Oh, you funny. I'm sorry, I had to gather myself. I did. Because I was picking up so much. And I wanted to do my part as a light worker for what's going on. And again, I had to center myself before I could engage on that level. So I appreciate it and I apologize in the same breath. Interesting. And really, the puppy that I'm picking up on, this person is trying to keep you from reaching your spiritual destiny. You got to be careful with the puppy. This person only communicates sexually, by the way. Seriously. I always want to know who you screwing, who you with, if you, like, really. Oh, gosh. This guy is comedic in some way. He's humorous. But you're not in the same league. You outclass this person. And I don't say that lightly. But I definitely see that. This is why I said I feel like y'all met when y'all were younger, school age, or something like that. People don't evolve and grow at the same rate. I feel like this person is trying to come up with some sort of plan. They really are sexually driven. I cannot escape that. But it's a distraction. It really, really is. It really is. Yeah, on your spiritual path. Divine counterpart. Right. It was the energy levels. I had to get them right. And I can't even front. Like, I like to work. And this shit got me perturbed. Thank God for y'all over the internet doing y'all bookings and private readings. I really do appreciate it. Like, it's okay. I'm going to enjoy the downtime. Because I know once this shit's over, it's going to just be explosive. Yeah, this person knows that you, whomever I'm talking to, you're really not engaging sexually. And for what I see right here, you're waiting for literally Mr. Right. Look at this. Look, there's the Emperor. Look. Look at the Three of Swords. Look how she over there. She's like, nah, I'm going to keep it together. Yeah, I know it's cold. Winter's almost over. She's like, I would rather use my monster toys. Look at that. I got a device to deal with this. Really. Because, look, realistically, continuing on that path is destructive. There's nothing good that will come from it. And the Emperor was by himself, and then these cards came out together. Down here, too. And see, these the crazy kings. I done told y'all before how I feel about this King of Swords in this deck, the Aquarius. Ooh, sorry. Hold on. Look, he's that creepy. Made me drop the camera and shit. What? Hold on, let me tighten this. Right, your body's purging. Janitra, do you have any issues with fibroids or anything like that? I feel like you have to disengage from the puppy. Right. The King of Swords in this deck is really fucking creepy. Like, look. King of Swords. King of Fire. So we have Aquarius and Leo. Don't have to be those signs. Could be just embodying them energies. Mm-hmm. Then you might need to see your gynecologist about the fibroids if that's not stopping. The Aquarius situation gonna work itself out. Don't worry about that. Really. Hmm. Yeah, no, somebody, they're not balanced in their emotions. This person, I get the fire tornado imagery. Excuse me. And the funny part is, I feel like the puppy has somebody. And I feel like you suspect that anyway. And that might be another reason why you've been keeping yourself back from this person. Even if you enjoy their company, there's something about them. Yeah, but they can grow back. I had a feeling that was the choice you were going to make. Good. That's okay. That's probably the best fit. It's probably the best fit. Remember, anyway, time is fluid. It is. Yeah. Go get that checked out, because that's the first telltale sign that the cysts are regrown and things like that. Abnormal menstruation. I know a lot of women mistake the signs as a miscarriage and shit like that, but that's not always the case. Yes, I'm calling the person a puppy because there's somebody like following you around, following somebody around, like all up in your energy, like really in your face, talks real sexual, real goofy motherfucker, don't really share. Oh man, like some kind of off about this person. Hmm. I think so. Hi, Nami. Fifi says hi. Hmm. I know it's not a cardinal, but it looked like one. It's an oil can, but that's funny how it looked like that. Huh, that's funny. Hmm. Some of y'all getting, like, oh God. It's like your twin is psychically, telepathically, I don't think you even know him, is telling you things. I think you might even be mistaken the communication as information from a guide. It is a masculine voice you hear, too. Uh-huh. Absolutely. They should always be covered. And clean. That's another thing, too. Clean your mirrors often. Bless them. Remove the capacity for them to be a portal. Hmm. And I kind of get the feeling that this person is seeing someone not too far from you, especially if this person likes to pop up and they just so happen to be, this is the puppy, happen to be in your vicinity. You're like, oh wow, what you doing around here? Oh, I'm just visiting my friend, my homeboy. Yeah, okay. It might be his homeboy, but it might be his homie lover friend. How does a shadow make you feel, Janidra? That's the most important question. Are you weirded out? Are you afraid? Does it bother you? Is it around any paternal figure in your life's birthday? Because I know right around the time my uncles and my pop birthday and whatnot, them niggas like to show up. I just light a candle for them. Like, you ain't got to do all that. Uh-huh. How does the energy make you feel? Goofy ass. Okay. Yeah, it's as if it sounds familiar, like it's familiar energy to you. Uh-huh. For the feminine energy, this isn't even a choice. Okay? There's no choice here. You're entertaining yourself, and you know you are. But you can't entertain yourself in the flesh while you waiting in the spirit. You understand? It doesn't work that way. You're sending mixed signals to the universe. Okay. Yeah, it's probably a family member. Could be grandfather? Grandfather. Interesting. I'm hearing grandfather. New Mexico. Who's in New Mexico? Or somebody's from New Mexico? Hmm. Interesting. I feel like, I don't know. I don't like the puppy because I feel like they're the one guy in the background, right? Who, excuse me, who's been working, right? The one I feel like who's the artist. This person, they watch you, but they're not around you. That's different. I feel like they watch you work. And if I do communicate, it's only written. Text, email, snail mail, whatever you do. But it's definitely written communication. It's not visual. You don't see this person. It's going to be a shock when you will see this person. I felt just like doing chores at that. Like maybe just running around doing errands. Hmm. Interesting. Funny enough, you could end up seeing this person before they see you initially, and then they approach you. But I think you're going to see them with another person. But so realistically, there are three male energies out here. Y'all do see this, right? Mm-hmm. I just heard Grandpa. You gotta laugh through all this crazy shit. That's the only way to keep your sanity. Okay. This is real specific, right? But when you actually meet this divine masculine, right? They gonna have a no shoe policy in their house, and they gonna have slippers for you. That is so fucking specific, I know. But they gonna be cute slippers. Like, what is that? It looks like a little animal, like a mouse or a fucking Teletubby. I don't know. But they're cute. And they're gonna be new, so don't freak out. Yeah, they have no shoe policy, and they gonna have cute slippers. That's how you gonna know who this person is. I don't know how you gonna get to their house, and ain't none of my never mind. But somehow, some way, and bitch, when you get there, you ain't gonna want to be doing no more talking. I see that too. So there's someone here with potentially 3 choices. One you ain't met yet. So we have the Emperor, we have the King of Air, and then the King of Fire. Yeah, because at the beginning of the reading, I picked up 2. And then we have down here, the Emperor makes their appearance. And for somebody, you still carrying around the initial hurt caused by your encounter with your twin. And all it's doing is manifesting continual tower moments in your life where you keep replaying that initial hurt and not healing it, and keep manifesting the same relationship over and over again. And it is a third party relationship, and you can't figure out why you stuck. And I'm telling you, that's why you stuck. That just came through. Somebody still like, we were supposed to get married. We were supposed to do this. We made all these plans. Wham, wham, wham. Get the fuck over it, because there was something for you to have learned in it, and you haven't yet. And Magician Tower, boo boo. Whew. That is like a self-fulfilling prophecy. King of Swords. They don't talk about their feelings, or they don't. They keep everything in their mind. They know everything, right? And they're really good at giving other people advice. Don't mean they always heed their own advice. I feel stubbornness, obstinateness. Is that a word? I know obstinate is. But obstinateness. Anyway, y'all know what I mean. This feminine energy has a type. She keeps going for the same type. That's so funny. Okay, because look, Nami, I was looking at the King of Fire, right? And at first I was like, Land of the Rising Sun. I'm like, what? Then I looked at it again. I'm like, New Mexico. Who the fuck's in New Mexico? So that could be your DM over there in the Land of the Rising Sun. That's so funny, ZZ. I feel like this person has got a silver tongue. Look. Look at the icon for Aquarius. Don't it look like two snakes zigzagging like sidewinders? Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Only if he likes it rough, Zizi. The slippers are going to be so cute, you're going to get over it. Once, oh, that's so funny. So one of them it's going to be a set of slippers, like gorilla slippers. I think they his. Anyway, that's funny. Hmm. Damn. Who got dreads? Or chunky ass braids? These look like dreads though. This is the female. The feminine energy. You got braids or dreads or something like that. I don't know whose story this is, but the one that hasn't healed the heartbreak, the one we should have got married, we were supposed to do this, we made all them plans. Boo boo, you're the one with the braids or dreads or something like that. And the one that would rather play with they toys, she got dark curly hair. Yep. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, the one that's gonna be surprised about this person popping up on them. You also have dreads or curly hair or something like that, like braids, curls, something like that. These look like thick dreads though. Like not Kemp dreads. You know what I'm talking about. Like some of them dreads in the back. You got some curls on the top. Like it's a whole lot going on with your hair game. No tea, no shade. Your hair is unmistakable. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. There's like a punk vibe. You definitely got a type, boo. I don't know who you are, but you definitely got a type. Your divine masculine is not the same. Like they ain't nothing like you've ever been with. I tell you that shit right now. This person is clean, like smooth, like very posh. Even though I do believe they're fashion wise, they're still trendy. Whatever that fucking means. But they just real polished with it. This is a person of very few words, which is going to be a stark contrast to the people you've been with. I feel like you've dealt with some real talkative, chatty motherfuckers, whoever this is, and people who say some real eccentric shit, like shit you would expect a patient in a mental institution to say to you. You know who you are. Okay. When you live in Florida, you kind of got to do all that shit. My hair was never so mad. Florida make you get your product game up. You be like, no, I have to go to a salon. Oh my God, that shit is disrespectful to your hair. If I lived in Florida, I probably wear my hair really, really short. I would just do a faux hawk or something. I wouldn't even play that game. That's how I got through my time in the South before. Short hair. 'Cause ain't nobody got time for that. Which at the time was like an anomaly. No one told me that, Southern girls didn't really wear their hair short like that. But fuck it. Let's see. Huh. Uh-oh. The puppy could bring you a gift. And then some bullshit. The puppy want to lock you down. Not hiring. Look, they know you don't want their ass. Mm, mm, mm. Somebody could be locked up, y'all. Somebody made a bad choice, and they could end up locked up. And they gonna need you to bail them out. Because you the mature woman, and they know, if nothing else, you work hard and you save that dough. So, I don't know. Like I said, it felt like you and the puppy had some strange history. Like, there's chemistry here, but there's something about them that makes you want to tame this person. Like, nah, nah, nah. Like, they got a lot of proving to do. Damn. They also could lose their job, too. They could get noticed, But I also feel like, how is that a gift? Hold on. So, oh, okay. So maybe it's the flip. Maybe through this whole situation, what's going on, somebody gonna turn up with some money or something to help you out if you happen to have lost your job or, shortened hours through this whole, shutdown that we gone through. There's that mousy energy. Somebody initials could be CM. It says actually hi from CM. That's two different. But also I'm looking at the gift card and it's like, even though they're presenting something, I look at the term gift as poison and present as something you present to someone. And so that's why I'm like, nah, this don't feel right. I feel like this person's a setup. Like, this person wants you to save them, and so they're willing to put themselves in a bind to keep you around. You gotta be careful with the puppy. The puppy's up to something. The puppy's up to something. I'm trying to tell you, I don't like this energy. I really don't, and I'm gonna be honest, I could just be biased to this card because it really creeps me out no matter what. Like, I look at that King of Swords like, ugh, fucking weirdo. Anyway. Bye, Kayla. Good night. That sounds about right. Right. So y'all take that high CM how you want to, but that's what the card said. It literally high CM. I believe it. Be careful. Because that imprisonment card could be there too. That's a trap. Ain't nothing like a baby to tie your ass down. Now let's see. Let's see about this. Wait, you can't just be flipping. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And then the King of Fire, sudden wealth comes out on. Interesting. So this person could have had a sudden change in their personal fortune. Like they could have won a settlement or something like that recently. This person also could have married very well. We have the change card, marriage, privileged lady, message, and official person. I feel like somebody married and got the come up. This might have been the person that you saw or you're going to see them with while you're out running errands or whatnot. That actually could be their spouse. On the flip side, that could be y'all getting back together if you want to do that. But I don't feel like that's what you're going to do. Can I get one on the threesome card, please? Bad health. Well, duh. What else you got? Yeah. Huh? Someone could got an inheritance. Anything else? Mature woman. If this person is still married, I wouldn't touch it. I tell you that right now. I wouldn't touch it. Oh. No. The person coming up as the King of Fire, the one that's been in the background, like, looking at you. The artist, whether music, writing, composing, whatever. Don't touch that person. For sure they're a Gemini. Don't touch them. They show up like a Leo. They're not. They're a Gemini. No. That would not be the right decision. Ooh. Nah. On the real, I don't know what you're doing right now, but this person will be looking at you as a quick come up. I'm just saying. Yeah. Somehow, some way, they would end up trapping you. Yeah. That sounds about right, Z, for what I just saw. Give me one for this Emperor, please. This one, this feminine energy is holding the fuck out for. I almost want to call him OCD. Give me one more for the Emperor. Wow. Look. So, Thief, Great Fortune, Courthouse, Change, and Journey Reverse. Whew. Interesting. I feel like, okay. So with this, what I'm picking up on is that this person might have suffered a great financial loss, and it is a relationship, and this is why you don't mix, for the most part, money and pleasure. Okay, you keep them separate. I feel like this person got hosed, but they're being blessed for it. I think they actually had to sue whomever this person was to get their their money back. Like, this definitely involved lawyers. And now this person is in the final stages of all of that. And it's like, then you two cross paths with the journey cart being reversed. Like, it stops here. Like, y'all are in direct alignment on the course. Wow. It's going to be a lot of work from what I see. To get this person into a relationship because of what has transpired in the past. But again, if you know even a little bit about twin flame relationships, they are not easy, but they are agents of great change, both personally and realistically on a global level, because there's a standard being set, there is an example being set, and that has a ricochet. So, I do believe whomever this is for, you are on a direct course to meet who looks like they just went through hell and high water. So I'm going to say cut them a fucking break. Yeah, like, it's going down for somebody. But, it had to happen. It had to happen. Alright, my lovelies. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to come back tomorrow and I'll do questions for y'all. I'll just pull cards and we can continue on our good vibrations. Truly. I love y'all. Y'all be safe. Truly. Good night. Bye.